So what is the one thing away? Well, I'll tell you what, I was a competitive tennis player and I had many coaches, but I'll tell you what, they didn't just come out and say, Audie, this is the way that you hit this ball, and then watch me do it, now execute it. Okay, great, you're ready to take on your competitors in tennis. No, there was something about first there's education, then comes training, and then at the highest level comes conditioning. And on all the different programs that I've taken, I was really frustrated because I never saw that once you started on that path and you were doing something successful, whatever program it is, that there needed to be that continued conditioning where you do the repetition over and over again. And I realized that was what I was missing out on. And when I came across this book, The One Thing, #1 best-selling book, you can see I devour it. I've got a lot of markups in it, and I've got a lot of pages that are earmarked and dog-eared and highlighted because of the transformational quality that it has. And so that's the framework that we're going to go through together, and we're going to do not just the knowledge around changing and shifting your mindset to thinking that, you know what, if I work harder, if I'm doing it faster, if I'm doing it more, if I'm trying to do it faster, better, harder, stronger, if I'm doing all those things, then I'm going to get to a place in the place of my life that I want to be, either personally or professionally. Okay, but what we're going to do, what we're going to talk about is actually less is more. When you start focusing on your one thing, when you start narrowing down to determining what is it that is my one thing in these 7 areas of life, to be able to transform what that looks like, that's what we're going to do. We're going to choose, and I'm going to help walk you through this, and we're going to go through the process together. So you've got me to encourage you, to coach you if you'll allow me to take it to the next level. And then that way you can start putting in habits and really manifesting the life and the practice and all the things that you want to see happen in those relationships around you, either professionally or personally, in your finances, either within your office and your practice, or with you personally. It might be within your own health, your physical fitness. Maybe it's your spirituality. There's always going to be one thing that if you just think about it and say, instead of thinking, what do I want? Think in terms of this. Say, God, what is not working in my life the way that I want it to? I'll tell you, I'll give you an example of a specialist. Okay, he's renowned in the industry and the dental field and statewide and nationally. And he was saying, I'm a part of this study group. I'm actually on the board of the study group. I've seen so much transition. So what you teach and train is so needed by others, by dentists that are out there, in the field practicing. Yet, you know what, Audie, you can't help me because, my relationships are going well. We're like a well-oiled machine here in the office, and then also he basically was saying, my wife, my family, we're all connected, really doing well together. The finances obviously are fine. You've seen that. And he wasn't bragging. He was just saying, I just can't think of anything in my life that I really need help with. For you to serve me, because I ask him that question, and that is always my question: how can I serve you at the highest level? And I ask that of you. And then he leaned back in his office chair, nice leather office chair, and he looked down and he said, "Except for this," and he patted his belly that was sticking out. And that's that albumin that we all talk about. That's the bad fat that creates all the bad things that can cause and end your life soon, very quickly. And so I just want to encourage you to think in terms of, as you're about to take this step, to be a part of the One Thing Challenge. I'm going to be excited. I'm going to be for you. I'm going to coach you, and we're going to get together in a small group. You're going to have like a mastermind group of safe and very confidential relationships that you'll be able to connect with and be able to share just the things that are going on in your practice. One of the mastermind groups that I'm leading right now of dentists, what they love the most about it is the accountability and being able to hear from others about similar experiences that they've had that were challenges. So I promise you this, it's just like Napoleon Hill said, and I will quote this over and over again. Napoleon Hill was the one that first kind of coined the term, the Mastermind Alliance. And so what he said was, if you want to do more in a year than most people will do in a lifetime, get together in a mastermind alliance. That's what we're going to do for you. Join today. Look, it's going to be awesome. Read the article that I shared with you. I hope that you'll be able to come in and join the group because the water's fine and we're going to have a lot of fun and we're going to transform your life in an exceptional way. And I think you're going to be excited about what happens. I look forward to seeing you on the inside.